Arsenal made it 5 wins out of 5 in the Europa League last night with a 4-1 victory over Rapid Vienna at the Emirates. In this video, I review that performance. Hello, my name is Richard and welcome back to my channel over and over again, which features everything to do with Arsenal. In this video, I'm going to look back on last night's Europa League win over Rapid Vienna here at the Emirates. A good performance in the end from Arsenal and a good victory, make it 5 wins out of 5 in the group stage. And now that means we've won the group and we hopefully will get a decent draw in the knockout stage, of course, in the new year. Just before I do that, I just want to make sure you are subscribing to my channel. If you like what I do, please click the subscribe button down in the corner there. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up as well. And if you've got any comments at all to make about last night's performance, please drop them in the box below because I do love to hear from you guys as well. So in terms of the lineup then, there was 11 changes actually from the Sunday's game against Wolves. But it wasn't a young side particularly or an inexperienced side. There's a lot of players who have played regularly in the Premier League for the club over the last couple of seasons. In goal there was Alex Veinna, playing again, of course, last week he played in the Molde game. And also, of course, he played against Dundalk earlier in the competition here at the Emirates. So he was back in goal, not yet conceded a goal, of course, for Arsenal. We started with a back four, as we have done in recent games. So it was Cedric Soares at right back, and it was Sead Kolasinac at left back, of course, back from his COVID episode that he'd had. And the two centre-backs were Mustafi and, importantly, Pablo Mari, come back from injury. His first game since June, of course, when he got injured at Manchester City in the first game back after lockdown. So it was great to see him back in the side. It's a centre midfield in a partnership with Mohamed El Neni. Of course, he was also back from the COVID break as well. And alongside him was Ainsley Maitland-Niles getting a rare start in the centre midfield. And then the two wide players was Reiss Nelson on the right and Nicolas Pepe on the left. Of course, Nicolas Pepe in the middle of his 3-match Premier League ban. And then up front, it was Lacazette was playing just behind Eddie Nketiah. So similar system to how we played in Molde last week. But so although it was a much changed side, it was still a very experienced side. It certainly wasn't the young team maybe a lot of people were expecting, although it was good to see Ainsley Maitland-Niles get a game in midfield. And also as well, of course, Pablo Mari, as I said, coming back into the back four. So yeah, overall then, it was a decent performance from Arsenal, wasn't it? Helped, of course, by an early goal. An early goal always settles you down, doesn't it? And, you know, our form at home has been really poor, hasn't it? It's certainly in the Premier League. So it's good, wasn't it, with the fans in the stadium to actually get the early goal and really give the fans something to enjoy. A great goal it was too as well, wasn't it? Lacazette's strike from about 30 yards, curling effort. It reminded me quite a lot, actually, the goal Alexis Sanchez scored in the FA Cup final against Aston Villa back in 2015. Very similar goal to that, wasn't it? With a strike from outside the box, which curled away from the goalkeeper. A great goal that was. And Lacazette's not scored, has he, for a while, so it was nice to him to end his drought and to do it in such style as well, and that led to him actually having a good performance overall. The second goal came soon after, didn't it? 18 minutes on the clock, and it was great to see Mari get the goal, wasn't it? We just said how important it is that he's back from injury, and he popped up with a great goal, didn't he? We'd had quite a few corners in the early stages of this game, but played most of them short. This one from Reiss Nelson, it was out on the left-hand side, curled in with his right foot. The first time we'd actually put a corner into the box, and Pablo Mari done a great run, lost his man. It was a nice flicked header that went in off the far post. And basically at that stage, it was just going to be a matter of how many we would score. I was quite disappointed in Rapid Vienna's approach, actually, because I thought they played well when we played them over in Austria a few weeks back, and we had to fight hard, didn't we, to come back to win that game 2-1. But I thought they were very poor last night, especially in the first half, but we took full advantage. Now, we could have maybe scored a few more goals before half-time. Their goalkeeper made a couple of good saves, but we did get the third goal just before half-time as well. It was a lovely move, actually, down the left-hand side. Pablo Mari and Lacazette started the move. The ball was played up the line to Nicolas Pepe. First time ball into the box. A lovely touch from Reiss Nelson into the path of Eddie Nketiah. Although his first shot was well saved by the goalkeeper, he showed his goal-scoring instincts by heading in the rebound and to make it 3-0 at half-time and put Arsenal obviously well in control and the points well and truly sealed. The second half we started a little bit sloppy, actually. Vienna came at us and they did get a goal very early on in the second half. It was a little bit of a calamity of errors, really. cross shot initially, which Veinna pushed back out into the danger zone. The first shot was cleared off the line by Kolasinac. Kolasinac then blocked the second shot, but it did fall to Kitagawa about 20 yards out, and he hit a shot into the bottom corner of the net. It's a decent finish, but there wasn't some great defending there from Arsenal at all. And maybe for 5 or 10 minutes we looked a little bit shaky, didn't we? They put us under a little bit more pressure, and maybe if they'd have got a second goal, it might have been a different outcome. But we settled down again, and in the end, we could have scored 5 or 6 more goals. Their goalkeeper played particularly well. I thought he was their best player, actually, made some good saves. And we did get a 4th goal midway through the second half. It was one of the substitutes, Emile Smith-Rowe. Great to see him get a goal as well. It was a nice little move, actually. Nicolas Pepe put in Ainsley Maitland-Niles on the left-hand side, and he squared the ball across for Emile Smith-Rowe to tap into the net. Good movement off the ball from Smith-Rowe, and a good footballing move, actually. It's another good move from Arsenal on the night, and that made it 4-1. And I say in the end, we could have had a few more goals, really. A lot of chances. Balogun came on as well towards the end to replace Eddie Nketiah. He had a good chance, actually. There was a nice ball played into him, and he just couldn't quite keep his shot down. It went over the bar. So overall, then, a really satisfactory performance and a great victory. As I say, it puts us through to the group stage as group winners, and I think that could be quite important when the draw comes around in the new year. So once again, we put in a good performance in the Europa League at home. We just need to carry this on into the Premier League. Of course, it was good to see at the end the players and the fans applauding each other. That's been a long time since that's happened. That was really nice to see, a nice moment. And hopefully this is the start of getting more and more fans back into the stadium, because you could tell by the atmosphere last night, I do think it helped the performance and it gave everyone a lift. So that was good to see, and let's hope we can get some more fans in this great stadium very soon. Well, for once, a game at home, there's several candidates for man of the match, isn't there? When you look at the performance last night, a few players really stood out. Pablo Mari, I thought, had a decent game at the back, considering he's not played for 5 months. He got his goal as well and put in a good, solid performance. I thought Kolasinac as well actually played okay, didn't he, at left back? I know he gets a lot of criticism, but he had a decent game. And of course, the 2 wide players had an impact, didn't they? Reece Nelson, I thought, was outstanding for a lot of that game. Of course, he had a hand in 2 of the goals as well. Brilliant performance from him. Nicolas Pepe was a bit hit and miss. He was a bit in and out, but overall he had a big impact again. Couldn't quite get himself a goal. He had a couple of chances. I thought Lacazette had a really good game as well. He looked a lot more sharp, didn't he? I'd say maybe the early goal helped him. He was great all round as well. And I thought Eddie had a decent game. He works hard, doesn't he? He makes those runs. Just maybe sometimes his finishing isn't always great. But for me, the man of the match, I'm going to actually give it to Ainsley Maitland-Niles. His first start in central midfield for a long time, I thought he gave a real energetic performance. He was everywhere on the pitch. His quality on the ball was decent as well. And of course, he did create the 4th goal, didn't he, for Emile Smith-Rowe. So I thought he was an outstanding performance. And it just goes to show that if he's given an opportunity in midfield, he could maybe do a good job. You can see, if we're going to have a 3-man midfield, you could actually see Ainsley alongside maybe El Neni and Thomas Partey. That could be a decent midfield, that. So he certainly stakes a claim for a place in the North London derby on Sunday with that performance in midfield. So for me, the man of the match last night has to go to Ainsley Maitland-Niles. So yeah, good performance from Arsenal again in the Europa League. Yes, it wasn't the strongest opposition, and I thought Austria were very poor on the night, but that doesn't get away from the fact that we played good football. We dominated the game pretty much from start to finish, and it's not something that we've done very often this season, is it? It was a 90-minute performance almost. I say maybe the first 10-15 minutes of the second half were a little bit sloppy, but Arteta made a couple of substitutions and we ended up getting back on top and dominating the game. So it was a good, solid performance overall. I was really pleased with how we played, and let's hope that we can get some confidence from this. I know it's going to be a very much changed side that plays on Sunday away at Tottenham, but let's hope some of these players maybe can get a bit of confidence back. Lacazette in particular, with his goal and his all-round performance, hopefully he can get some confidence back from that. And some of the young players, well, I thought Reece Nelson had a great game. He's got to be in with a chance of starting on Sunday as well. And I say Ainsley Maitland-Niles as well, a fantastic performance from him. Makes you wonder why he's not been playing very much in the Premier League this season when he can produce performances like this. And it's not the first one this season. When you look at some of the other Europa League games that he's played in in different positions. He was playing at left back, wasn't he, last week? So it just goes to show his versatility. But I think this place in midfield, if he can get a run in the side there, I think he could really nail down that position. So lots for Arteta to think about ahead of Sunday. And some players did give him some food for thought, which is good. And that's what you want to see, don't you? You want Arteta to have a tough job on Sunday picking that team, and I think it's going to be now. So a decent victory. We've won the group, 5 wins out of 5. It's been a good group stage. It's maybe been the only shining light through what's been a difficult season so far. So let's finish it in style next week. But of course, before that, we've got a big game on Sunday, haven't we? So that's there then, a quick review of last night's game against Rapid Vienna at the Emirates. I say with 2,000 fans in the ground as well, which was nice. It was a little bit strange seeing them all in lines. It looked a bit strange, and they wasn't jumping about that much. I wasn't allowed to, so it did look a bit of a strange experience. But it did create more of an atmosphere than I assumed it would, and it was good to see. So let me know what you thought about that with the crowd in as well, and obviously the performance of the team, which was decent. It was nice to enjoy a game in a relaxed kind of fashion, really, without the stress and strains of the Premier League. I'm sure we're not going to be able to enjoy Sunday quite the same way. It's a lot of pressure on us, isn't there, on going into that game. But let me know what you think about last night's performance, about the crowd, and obviously looking ahead to Sunday's game as well. Coming up tonight, of course, is the Positive Arsenal podcast. It's part 8. I've actually got 2 Tottenham fans coming on now, so it's going to be a really good show. We're going to talk about the game, talk about past meetings between the sides, all the usual kind of stuff that we do. It's going to be a good show. That's at 8 o'clock tonight, so please tune into the channel for that. And also as well, tomorrow I'll be releasing my preview of the Tottenham game as well, which I'll be putting together later on today. So stay tuned for that. That'll be coming out tomorrow morning. And then of course on Sunday I'll be doing a watch along as well of the Tottenham game, which hopefully will be enjoyable. So I'm really close to 200 subscribers now. So if you haven't subscribed, please click on the subscribe button down in the corner. It'd be great to get to 200 before the Tottenham game. If I do, then we may well win. That may be the thing that gives us the advantage to win that game. So if you haven't subscribed already, it's in your hands to try to help us beat Tottenham by doing so and getting me to 200 before the game. And then I say on Monday I'll have a full review of the Tottenham game and the normal weekly Premier League roundup as well, coming on Monday evening. So lots to look forward to on the channel. Thanks for watching, thanks for your support, and in the meantime, of course, as always, come on you Gunners!